Yeah, so a lot of red gum country. We have open plains areas, slightly undulating. We have some sandy soils, some heavy black soils, basalts. Farm300 for us is about getting more reassurance. 2 years ago, we started a project, which we've been slowly plugging away at, and we just wanted some sort of reassurance of what we were doing, that we were heading in the right direction, and that the things that we're planning to do are in line, I guess, with what the best farmers in the country are thinking.
I think it's really important that you all measure performance, so that next year when you go to consider doing feedlotting, you can say, well, last year our feed conversion efficiency was 6 to 1, or it was 8 to 1, or it was 4.5 to 1, and you can do your budgets knowing what your animals do.
The project at Dunkirk Pastoral is basically increasing our stocking rate, increasing our bottom line, but also increasing our conservation, not only in value but also in area. We look to put 20% of our farm back into to trees, corridors and other biodiversity areas. We have some country that was basically bought 25 years ago, and the river was rejuvenated on one side. On the other side is country we've just recently purchased, and the river hasn't been rejuvenated. The difference between the two, you've got a healthy system on one side of the road and a very unhealthy system on the other. It makes good sense, and that's what you need to do. You need to look after your land. As far as the carbon farming and greenhouse gas emissions, you read a bit, you hear a bit, but there's very little out there for us. There's some aspects and some things that you're able to cash in on. You certainly can't do that at the moment. I think going forward that there certainly will be. Regardless of looking to cash in on those things, we're sort of going ahead doing things because we see it as something that we need to do anyway. Mainly from the output of the land, you need to look after your land, and that's part of it. We locked up one area, one paddock just to grow red gums. We think that we can increase our conservation areas to sort of 20% plus and still lift our bottom line. So therefore having less country in use, but being able to have more of an output. I think that can be done. We're trying to do it by smarter farming, using the right tools, EBVs for breeding, the better grazing, better systems. We use worm egg counts, we do all pasture tests, we use Evergraze, a lot of information off that. You can have all the data in the world, but unless you do something with it, it doesn't mean anything. We analyse everything, a bit too much in some respects. But look, it's been able to help us go forward. It's fine to have an idea, and it's fine to be able to react, but without proper analysis, you don't actually know. So just little things like ear tagging our ewes. So the last 3 years we've started to ear tag for individual ewes. So we have data on that, given that if we go into a really bad dry spell, we'll be able to pull our best yielding ewes out. A couple of years ago we sort of sat down and we sort of worked out where we wanted to take the company and which way we wanted to head. I'd like to think that by doing Farm300 it would have set us up better. Utilising what we've got, we can bounce ideas off other people, and we can say, well, we've started to do this, or we're implementing this. What's your thoughts? And also, Farm300 is giving us probably the strength to carry on, I guess, to a certain degree, but also the recognition, that okay, yeah, we are on the right track, or yeah, this is where we want to be. It's about farming smarter. It's not about just running as much as you can on what you've got. You've got to be able to use the land you've got in the best possible way.